Here we are, live 420. It's Friday. Woohoo! Yay for Friday. All right. Let's have a yay. Hello, nieces and nephews. I'm so glad you're here. Friday. We're time for celebration. It's last weekend in April. We're coming into May, and I gotta celebrate with some hot tea. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for your support and everything. And I totally forgot to bring up my other. Well, we'll do without it for the moment. We are going to be having just such a great time, and I want to show this one on stream, which is our sponsors. Hey, new YouTubers, do you need coaching on how to be successful on YouTube? Then take Virginia's YouTube coaching classes for only $1,200. See Miss Virginia at The Virginia Show for more details. And there we are. Miss Virginia, thank you so much. She is just an amazing coach. And I think I might manage to finally do what I've been trying to do all along, which is totally confuse myself with Stream Alive. So we're going to change the mix up of things that we're going to be doing today and just calming down and having a good old time, because I want to share some news with you guys, current events. And I think this is the right one. We'll see in just a second. And now it's time for the Uncle Bill Friday news. First off, I just want you to know, do not depend on AI for doing your news stories. I decided to put my AI to the test, one of my AI writers, and I said, write about the top 10 news stories from the month of April. First off, when AI writes something, it's really not that entertaining. Here it goes. U.S. passes 500,000 deaths from COVID-19. The United States surpasses a grim milestone of 500,000 deaths due to the coronavirus pandemic in April. The grim milestone was reached as the nation finally begins to roll out vaccines across the population. Now, I had the AI write this today. The current numbers are actually quite a bit more. It's 1.1 million plus. So it's 1,130,662 deaths so far from coronavirus. Now, I tracked that very carefully when the pandemic first came out. Okay. And I found out that the numbers were off by as much as 10,000 per day between the various news sources. So anything that you get news-wise in life, check. That's all I'm saying. Now, the next one was Derek Chauvin found guilty, the former police officer. Yes, he was found guilty, I think last year actually. So, and then the third one down was Biden administration rejoins the Paris Climate Accord. He did that as soon as he got in office. Old information. Now, granted, AI does what AI was told. I said in April. Maybe this was all in April, but it didn't matter what year it was. You have to be very specific when talking to a computer. Also when talking to Uncle Bill. Now, here's what I have. Top 6 news stories that I thought you might want. to be interested in. Jerry Springer passed yesterday, and it was from pancreatic cancer from as reported by a family member. Now, he was born in February 13th, 1944 in England. Just a second. My mouth was dry. Now, of note of that, seeing as the war was still pretty much fresh in everybody's mind and wasn't quite over yet, London Underground, he was born in the London Underground station of Highgate in London. Ooh, I thought that was kind of interesting to find that out. Now, I knew he was mayor of Cincinnati. He was the 56th mayor of Cincinnati, and he passed yesterday, April 27th, 2023. Another point of interest was, did you know he was a political advisor to Robert Fitzgerald Kennedy? Kind of interesting. Two big holidays coming up in the month of May, and that is Cinco de Mayo, and we've adopted Cinco de Mayo in San Diego, seeing as we have a large Hispanic population. It's a great holiday, lots of fun. And also Mother's Day. What are you guys doing for Mother's Day? We have a mudslide problem again. San Diego actually has been cut off to the north. We can go as far as Oceanside by rail, but in in San Clemente, there was a cliff that collapsed onto the tracks, and so now they got to clean that off. That's the exciting thing to the north. Now, Uncle Bill has been working with the coach and getting results. Thank you, Coach Virginia. That is news, because I have my channel has just about doubled since I started with her, and I haven't even been working with her over a month. Number 5 of newsworthy stuff. Thousands of sheep on Thursday, April 27th, crossed a highway in Idaho in the town of Eagle, and they were on their way to Table Rock area to graze. It's an annual event. Nice things to have happen. Today, a hero conductor in New York rescued a 3-year-old from the tracks. There was a 3-year-old autistic child that he spotted while going 70 miles an hour. He saw the kid on the side, stopped the train, got off. Now, it also was very dramatic rescue, because they had to shut off the electric to the middle rail because the kid was dangerously close to it. An autistic kid and also non-verbal, 3-year-old autistic boy. Saved thanks to a hero conductor in New York. And lastly, former Vice President Pence is testifying in the trial against former President Trump. Thank you. I'm going to turn it back over to this guy now. And here I am. I'm having a world of trouble with my computer right now. I'm sorry, folks, because I can't fit things on my screen quite right. I know it isn't affecting you guys on your end, but it sure is affecting me quite a bit. It's so aggravating when something doesn't work right. And let's see, I'm going to close out this one thing here. And this was the one that I just showed you. And going to call up the 5 crazy things, but it'll take me a half second to get to 5 crazy things. In the meantime, you can put into chat where you're coming from, but just let me get it started first, because I haven't even linked that up yet. it's it's Friday. I'm so ready um, for the weekend that I forgot to do a few things with what you might call it, with getting ready for live today. I remembered my music though, yay! But I forgot to hook up the stream live totally. So we're just doing that really quick while we're talking with you guys, and we are going to go to Magic Maps. There we are. We're going to start this up, and I'm even going to show it on the stream because I haven't even done that. There we are, Magic Maps. They're all nice and big. Just type in your city and state or country. And I'm going to be hunting for the 5 crazy things because I did record it. I just wasn't able to get to it yet. Take me a half second here, everybody. Put down as many cities and states as you want, because we want hundreds of cities and states. I'll give you about 3 minutes to do it all. No, just kidding. Let's see, we got news. We got 5 crazy things right over here. And we have completed files. Today is the 28th. Hasn't changed yet. And there we are. You notice how I think if I change the size of this, it'll change it on there. And see, this is what my problem is. Here we go. Finally, it wasn't letting me make a change in size for that. Yay! And let's make it bigger if we can even make it bigger. Yay! All right. Now we'll see if we can stretch it out to fit on the screen and regain the broadcast. Here we are. Let's see where everybody's coming from. Syracuse, Bridget's up in Syracuse too. That's where I came from. And San Francisco, the Virginia show, we're all over the place. And now it's time for 5 crazy things we're going to be showing. And who else is up here? Hey, Birmingham, UK. I'm Rand. Nice to see you in here. And we're going to show, got to go over onto this screen. Here we go. So you want 5 crazy things? Yes, 5 crazy things? I'll give you 5 crazy things. Also, leave any comments down below or in the chat while we're streaming this during the live, because I'm going to try something new today. Usually I'm rushing through the 5 crazy things, and seeing as I have an hour, I'm going to take my time. I hope you appreciate it, because most of my crazy things, although I show them very quickly, there's usually a story behind them. I mean, even this coffee therapy has a story behind it. I went with the girl that I was dating at the time, and I got coffee therapy cups because we both love coffee. Except I'm drinking water right now. That isn't share number 1. What shall we have share number 1 be? How about this green apple shaver? What this is a cordless, chargeable through a USB charger, if I can remember how to get this thing flipped out. See, I just plug it in, charges up the battery. It's not all that great of a shaver, but it's good in a pinch for when your other shaver runs out of battery. I've already shared the Braun. I had the small plastic shaver over here somewhere, and I seem to have misplaced it. Crazy. But it's also useful to have, in addition to this, just a small plastic shaver, just so that you can shave up the long hairs, because this does not catch long hairs at all. That's share number one, my green electric shaver. The story behind that is I just wanted a camping shaver. Now the next one are part of my lighting in here. I don't like plugging in and out lighting all the time. So I've put all of the lighting on switches. And I just recently purchased enough switches to do my whole room here. Just a nice way to get your lighting done. And I've always been fascinated with switches. These things are great. I almost went to the point where I was going to take my extension cords, which I have one of them. Now this is share number 3, if you're counting. And just take a little switch that you can buy, which I bought this one so many years ago, I don't even remember when. But this is just a toggle switch. And I was going to do the exact same thing with my new cords that I got from Walmart. And the advantage of these cords are, you notice how the plug comes straight out? So it's going to stick out from the wall, whereas this one lies flat to the wall. And I don't understand. This would be perfect if it had the flat switch right here. So anyways, this is share number 4, I think. This one here with this one here, right? Now, let's go for some other things. I could probably zoom in and let's see if you can see it. Oops. Sorry about that. I stopped you. But you won't see that because I'm going to fix that. And I'm going to zoom in. And you might be able to see the little spot right. See right there, that black spot on my ear? That's a pre-cancer, which I just had frozen during my exam just this week. And we're going to check it again in 6 months. But in the meantime, the doc said, you know, what you have to do is you have to get pressure off your ear. So anything that you have that puts pressure against your ear, you need to take away. Now, this is actually share, what are we up to, 5 already? I think we're up to 5. But what this is just a little, beauticians use this for women in beauty salons. But it's made out of plastic. And it fits over your ear. And this will protect my ear for when I'm doing my morning lymphatic massage so that it doesn't press up against that spot on my ear. And it even holds on to my ear. Not too bad. Should I do the rest of the broadcast with this? These were about $5. Now what I was thinking of also was wrestling headgear. And I was amazed at how much those have gone up in price. Of course, the last time I wrestled was years and years ago. And wrestling headgear didn't cost very much back then. It was $15. But the ones now were, for the very cheap ones, which were made out of plastic, are $25 now. Wow, what a difference in price. So that's share number 5. Number 6, oh yeah, I do have it. I've already shared this once before. This is my page white Kindle, paper white, actually. And my daughter gave this to me years and years ago. I think it was for Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember which. Probably Christmas. And since then, I have gotten so many different kinds of Kindles. This is the 8-inch Kindle Fire. And I don't know if it started up, but it's not very bright. But you can't even see it on the camera. But I have so many Kindles, it's incredible. And then I couldn't find this for the longest time. So I ended up buying a bunch of secondhand Kindles. So Kindles are part of my life. And the advantage of the Kindle so much, and I finally, understanding the advantage of a Kindle. This has over 100 books in it. Pretty light for being 100 books. Now, let's get into some heavy stuff. Speaking of heavy stuff, how about My first, is this it? Yeah, it is. My first briefcase. Ta-da! And why is this one so famous? When I went to OCS, which is abbreviation for Officer Candidate School, yes, I was in the Navy and I was an officer, but we had to carry our books to and fro. And I found out one thing was I thought college was tough, but going to Officer Candidate School was like college on steroids. The pace was a lot faster, and we did it in 4 months, and it was the equivalent of God knows how many years of college education, but it was a lot of training. Now, this carried my books and my notebooks and everything else, but it also has in it, this wasn't for the Officer Candidate School. Now we're going to take a transition to something else. When I was in high school, I took drafting, and I was very much in awe of drafting machines. So when I had a chance years ago, I purchased this, which I'm going to show to you if I can ever get it out of my briefcase, because I forgot how I put it in here. Let me see. If we tilt it up and push it down a little bit, because it's a really tight fit in here. There it is. It's a drafting board. Come back a little bit. Push this down out of the way. This is a drafting board. This is where my drafting arm hooks onto it. The only problem is over the years, my nice board that I had, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this is actually warped a little bit, which really didn't make me happy when I pulled it out a couple of years ago and decided, okay, I'm going to use this drafting machine again. And it's a fancy arm. I mean, it was close to $100 when I bought it. You know, and it comes out and it goes all over the place. And these are what people used to use before the ages of computers. They do a lot of drafting, and everything was on a drafting board, and they double check and triple check their numbers and everything. Now it's all done on a computer, and you make one change and the computer says, well, we need to make 498 more changes in this building because you made a difference of 2 inches here. And depending on how well the program is written, will be how many changes are made. So, what is it? 6, change number 7, change number 7. No, share number 7. And let me move this out of the way. So this was a briefcase, Samsonite briefcase. I love Samsonite. They're well-made luggage, although their luggage is not as airline friendly as it used to be, but they do have some good stuff. On board the USS Turner Joy, which was my first assignment in the Navy. This one looks the same, but it's not. This is another briefcase. And this one actually, nobody knew who it belonged to. I was the first lieutenant on board the ship, and we were cleaning up our spaces, getting ready for decommissioning the ship, because after the deployment in 1982, they decided to decommission the USS Turner Joy. Just a second. Anyways, cleaning out the spaces, we couldn't figure out who this belonged to. Well, nobody claimed it, so I did. It was empty, but it was also locked at the time. One afternoon, I decided, okay, I just went through every combination and I found out what the combination is to this. So that's the story behind this Samsonite briefcase with the combination to it. And I use it still. A few other things that I found over the last couple of years. These are very handy to have. This is a rotary cutter, and what you can do is put it down and you can slice piece of paper fairly easily. It does precision cuts really well. And because of the warped drafting board, I was always on the lookout, and I was thinking, well, I'll replace this someday. I was in the Goodwill, one of my favorite places to shop, and I ran across this. This is another drafting machine, and what it is a parallel rule that goes up and down. Just nice and easy like that. And I think this is what, share number 7 or 8. Let me know what you think about the more relaxed shares, the stories behind the shares, because I'm interested. I'm going to turn it back over to this guy over here. Love you all. Bye-bye. Well, I've regained control of my computer. Yay! Or should I say, and that is a good thing. I want to share Stream Alive and show you a little bit about it, and go and have a all right. Anyway, here's Stream Alive. I'm going to just go through and show some things that can be done with this. I'm learning a little bit more. I can start a new interaction, and basically what that is where I just open up, and then I can, on the fly, make a change here. The reason why I've been using transient thoughts instead of wonder words is that I find that the wonder words get truncated. But there's all sorts of fun things that we can do. The quick questions is really fun because that catches all the questions during the whole broadcast. This is the one interaction that is always running. All of these other ones are, we have Power Poll where we can have option A or B. Mother's Day. And option A will have yes. Oh, dine out. And option B will be dine in. Of course, we're going to have profanity filter. Although, how could you have that be even? I don't know. I'm going to have to ask them. And then we just go. And then people can start the interaction. And then we can choose dine in or dine out. And then I guess the way we do it is we choose one. And I'll choose a 1 and see if that clicks in, and you guys can each vote and see how fast this thing refreshes. Bridget picked 2. Maybe it doesn't like me today. Oh, there we go. Yay! 2 for dine in and 1 for dine out. And welcome to That Hobby. It's great to see you in here. And this is just one of the many things that can be done with us. And then we can have another interaction, like, for instance, a power poll, basically the same type of thing, except you enter your question here and you have options. Let's see, what language do you want to learn most? How about that? And then we just go and hit go. Let's see if that starts the interaction. Maybe it collects. Oh, but I didn't ask any options. Spanish? I can't change it. Okay, anyways, that's that one. Now you can see why I don't usually run all of the options here. My most successful one has been transient thoughts. That one seems to be pretty bulletproof for a single operator on YouTube. It's got a profanity filter. You can make it one answer per person or multiple answers. I like to go with multiple answers. And then you have playback speed, which is, I guess, how fast the thing plays back the bubble that comes across the screen. And then chat cloud or chat bubbles. Let's try chat bubbles here. And will Uncle Bill learn Streamline? I'm getting better at it. And here we go. So we can have that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this thing right here. I'm going to go back onto screen, full screen, full screen. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm all the way in. This thing hurt like a bear this morning. I put it on over my ear. Yeah, it fits over my ear, and I put it on backwards. Here we go. Fits over my ear, but the problem is when it pushed in with my lymphatic massager, this is pretty sharp edge here. It's designed to just hang over your ear. So what I'm going to do is I have this is shrink tubing, and I'm just going to split this shrink tubing and then put it along the outer rim here and see how well this works. Virginia, you probably recognize this. This is for when you're in the beauty salon and you don't want to get the coloring all over a person's ear, or if you're putting them in the the dryers for your hair dryers. Although I did read the reviews on this one for the hair dryers, it's not really that effective for protecting your ears. So that is that one. The dryer. Yes, for the dryer. And let's put Stream Alive back on. There we are. Dryer. Let's see if we can get that to cover the whole screen, because it does have, it's a little, you got to play with it a little bit on your screen to get it to fit properly. And today is not my day for fitting things on the channel correctly. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, I like that. How'd you get that in there? That's cool, Virginia. I like that a lot. And the next thing that I'm going to be doing Yay. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, that's a smiley face, kind of. All right, you guys are having too much fun. I am going to be putting all of my channels in because a lot of people watching the replay, or maybe even somebody here, might not know Uncle Bill has 9 channels. Yeah, 9. It all started out back in 2007 with the Bill Dube Variety channel. And that's this channel right here. And that's my main channel. That's the one that we're growing right now. And with the tutelage of Miss Virginia from the Virginia Show, it's been a wild and crazy ride. And it's been less than a month and just phenomenal growth. Thank you again, Virginia. My next channel actually was not Cook channel. It was Thumbnail Hacks, because a while ago. Everybody, it's funny when you talk to YouTubers, they all say, oh, I want better thumbnails. The one thing is, nobody wants to have anybody tell them how to make better thumbnails, or this is the way it's appeared to Uncle Bill over the years. I've seen thumbnail channels come and go, and I've been sticking at it. I'm a little over 2 years doing the thumbnail hacks. Actually, I think it's 3 years now for thumbnail hacks, and that has been a lot of fun. And I learned a new photo editor called Photopea, and that is a Photoshop clone, and I've been very happy with that. So thumbnail hacks was the next logical progression. And plus, to make my actual icon for my watermark less disgusting, I made it more stylized thumbprint rather than an actual more realistic one. After that, we had the 5 channels where we cook, camp, create, and I'm going to show the cook channel is the one that actually is the most popular of the 5. And that is just basically good old cooking, fast cooking, easy cooking. I do like to shortcut recipes. Anybody who's watched the channel has noticed that if there's a way to shortcut a recipe, I do my best to shortcut it, because I personally don't like having my recipes go for, if it takes me more than an hour to cook something, I lose interest. But when you cook turkey, you got to wait that 4 to 5, well, more like 4.5 to 6 hours for the thing to cook. And then there's the prep time. So cooking turkey's a pretty involved affair. Then we had the camper channel. And the reason we had the camper channel is because I was a camper, and I still do camp. And I did a lot of camping when I was a kid. I first went to Camp Hyde Bay, which I was looking to see if I could bring up the website for that for Sharon. Maybe we'll do that later on in the program. And then after Camp Hyde Bay, I went to Camp Waban, which is up in Temagami Provincial Park up in Canada. And so there was a lot to learn there. And I did canoe camping up there. Camp Waban. Then I was a camp counselor over at Camp Robin Hood. And that was my last of camping. Then it was college years. We also have Bill Dube Creator Channel. And that's where I am doing all sorts of crazy things, trying to figure out how to make things for next to nothing. Now, this coming week, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is showing how to make a nice comfy pen that doesn't cost a fortune. Now, this one is a nice comfy pen, but I also collect pens. This one cost me about $65 a couple of years ago, and it's a collector's item. It's a silver Parker pen, but I want to get something that has a similar feel to it. This is I think they might have even patented this type of design for grip, but it's very comfortable. So next week on the Creator Channel, I'm going to be doing that. And not only that, I'm going to be doing it for under $5. Yes, less than $5. You can have a comfortable pen that is almost indestructible. Then we have, $65. Actually, if you look it up on YouTube right now, they're selling for $100. This is solid silver pen, and with gold tone. I don't think these are real gold there, but I almost bought a cross pen years ago that's solid gold. That was kind of glad I didn't. When I did Amway years ago, guys, I learned one thing from one of the rubies that was doing Amway at the time. He said, one of the things that once you own something, you lose it. And what he was saying is you lose the appreciation for it. So every once in a while, I like to dig through all my old stuff and try to get the fascination that I had when I first got it. Like this pen. I love this pen. And I pull it out, and then sometimes it'll go away and I'll have a new favorite pen for a while. But this is one of my favorites. And the next channel is my climber channel. No, is it? Wait a second. I think I put climber in there. How did I go out of order? Oh, because my file is out of order. So anyways, climber channel, that's exercise. And the reason why it's called climber channel, because I had to go with the all C's because I thought it was kind of cute. So it's synonymous with exercise, or metaphorical for exercise, more correctly. And do simple exercise, nothing too difficult, and how to stay in shape. Basically maintenance exercises and new ways to look at approaches to life and how to keep in shape. John Watson's Puppet Channel, so great to see here. And so keep it in shape, and maybe YouTube is finally starting to send out notifications. I don't know. I need to go back over. Oh yeah, let me finish this first. We did thumbnail hacks. Lumosity is a new one that I started. I started probably 2022. That's my newest channel. And I might have missed a channel along the way. Well, here's Lumosity. It's just brain training I call it wind sprints for the brain, because it is. It's wind sprints for the brain. You're doing the best you can when you're doing Lumosity. It's the toughest 20, 30 minutes that you're going to have dealing with something. And there it is. It just takes me a while to find things on my computer today, because it's been, you ever have a day where you're trying to put everything on your computer and the sizes keep changing on you? It drives me insane. And I think I've done all of my things for, let's see, what else am I needing to do? ScentFox commercial. I didn't do that, did I? I need to do my ScentFox commercial. Now I need to find it. Sorry, guys. I'm just a little bit unorganized today, but that's happens sometimes to all of us. Newsletter commercial. I think I did do this, but we'll do it again. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? You can never advertise too many times. I think this is it. 5 reasons to join Uncle Bill's weekly newsletter. 1, it's free. It's a quick and easy read. This one here is this week's newsletter. It's only 3 pages. Has information how to get to the Monday Live and to the after party. The after party is easy to get to. I even put information on how to get to it in the newsletter along with links. The links are only provided if you join the newsletter. Easy. You can get in touch with Uncle Bill. You might even want to be a guest on one of my lives, Monday and Friday. I'm not going to share your email address. I love you all. Bye-bye. I hope that didn't make too much noise there. Oh, right. I'm not there. It's this one. That's me. I have a whole bunch of pictures of me, and I don't know which one's which, but this is me. You see this pen right here? You too can have that pen, except I'll give you a brand new one. I've been going along with Miss Virginia and at such a pace that I think I'm going to be at 1,000 subscribers before I know it. Now, here's how you get that pen. If you're the first person today, and I will know who the first person is, that goes over and signs up for my newsletter, which is free, doesn't cost you a thing, I'll get in touch with you because you'll have to leave your email, and then we'll make arrangements and I'll send you the pen, provided you live in the continental United States. I'm sorry if you live elsewhere. It's just astronomically expensive to send outside of the US these days. So I hope you're all excited about that, because that's a nice little pen. Those cost me a little, right around $10 each. And that was a fun thing to do. And it's 5:06 and we're picking up sticks. What else do we want to talk about? Oh yeah, this thing, maybe I'll have this as part of fixing things. And I am so jazzed about these guys. I forgot the name of them, but I can look it up for anybody. What this is how I am getting a standoff for my, let's see, do I have one readily available? Not. For my quick release for my cameras, I need to get it off of the tripod just a little bit. And so to do that, I take two of these guys, and that makes it so that my quick release doesn't interfere. My tripod doesn't interfere with my quick release. I hope I'm making sense, but these aren't very expensive. I got 8 of these for just under $10 on Amazon. Everything's $5 or $10, but it that helps. And one of the things that I'm also really excited about is I've just set it up so that I can film both horizontal and vertical at the same time. What I do is I take two of these little buggers and 1, 2, and I just have one straight up and one sideways like that. And I have a new bracket that I've also genned up for doing that. So if anybody's interested, get on my newsletter, and I'm not going to send that to you because it cost me $27 total when you add all the parts together. But I will, if you're interested and somebody wants to know how to get that, I'll put the links into the chat right now. Because that is a fun thing to do, is just mixing around, mixing things. Oh, I totally forgot. Oh, I got all sorts of interactions. We're going to go way past. And let's see, which one is my, let's see, that's not it. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. We'll find out in just a second. Here, hide me, show and stream, make it smaller. No, that's too big. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to get back to my Stream Alive, which is not this one. It's this one. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. What are you planning for your Mother's Day for your mother this weekend? My brain wasn't quite for Mother's Day. What are you planning for Mother's Day? Are you going? I'm planning to send my sister and Yep, May 14th. And now my brain's just, as we come close to the end, all of a sudden my brain's going, oh, yeah, you forgot to say this too. On my Cook channel, I am going to have a special surprise. Mother's Day. Oh, by the way, can you guys hear the music? I hope so, because it's loud enough to interfere with my brain. Not too bad, though. And I think I also have one which says, oh, here we go. I forgot to even talk about this. Do you have any good Cinco de Mayo plans? I'm going to make some Mexican food. That's what I'm going to do. When we get more people in and we start having more, I'm going to start doing maybe the wheel of choice and all sorts of things, and we'll have a great old time. Yes, May 5th. Flying to Oh, yeah, Bridget's flying to Minneapolis. Cool. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, we can add that in. Here we go. For 5 years straight, I used to enter the General Clinton 70-mile canoe marathon, and that was on Memorial Day Monday. And my best friend, Jeff Smith, and I would race that race. We were always the first aluminum Grumman over the line. But, all right, wait a second. I better get this thing started. Sorry, guys. Can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I hope I gave you guys more than one answer. Let's see. Can I get more than one? Because if I didn't, we're going to go for a second go round. No, I entered it wrong. Sorry, guys. Try another one. See this one right here, John, and everybody in the thing. This is what you don't want to have selected when you're doing one of these. It defaults to that. And all right, here we go. What are your Memorial Day plans? And thank you, John Watson's Puppet Channel, for that. All right, let's see where we at. Oh, got to start it. Sorry. Trying to do two things at once. All right, where are we at? And seeing as you gave the suggestion, here we go. And we're going to go like this. share. All right. All right, and Virginia. And you guys can, here we go. One more. Show on stream. And even though that one isn't on stream right now, you can keep on typing in. Are you looking for growth and success on YouTube? After starting Virginia's coaching classes, I experienced growth in days, not weeks, months, or years, days. Amazing. For more information on how to get into Miss Virginia's exclusive coaching classes, go to The Virginia Show for more details. So if you're watching on the rerun, make sure to go to that Virginia Show, The Virginia Show. And we'll go back to this. It's my pleasure. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Well, thank you, John Watson's Puppet Channel. I do free promos for all my friends. And you guys are all my friends. Thank you very much. This has been just such a wild ride. I decided to put my head down and get myself a person that was going to lead the way for me and help me out. A lot of times with mentors that don't have time for you, it's, because they have hundreds and thousands, well, not hundreds, 100,000s of people that are subscribed to them. And that's our 2-minute warning. I think it's 2 minutes. Yeah, it is. I said it right. 750? Whoa! That, years ago, I still remember, and it wasn't that years, maybe about 3 years ago, I was still working on getting 100 subscribers. It's funny. It helps if you have a channel that isn't a variety channel. But we keep going at it and we're having fun. Let me drop some more links because I like to drop links for people. I see this person in chat, and thank you very much. My very first moderator. Drop her link. And then my head moderator, drop one of her many links. How about this one? This one just hit a new milestone, if I remember correctly. Didn't this, aren't you approaching 2 million views, I think, on this channel? No, I got the wrong channel. It's this channel that's hitting 2 million. I think. I don't remember for actually sure. And then, seeing as I still see 2 more channels active in chat, I'm going to drop your links too. And I really appreciate all the help everybody's been giving me along the way. Oh, and I just realized where to see all the engagements. Just to the right of the comments, there's another whole column on the YouTube studio that I was missing, because I don't always see what's right in front of me. Everyone, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner. I love you all. And hey, come join the after party.